tiny one like this, I can make a pretty tight circle. And then go a little bit wider, then it makes a little bit wider. So this is kind of, this is a 3/8 blade. It's good general purpose, it cuts almost anything, you know, it's a curve. For my bandsaw boxes, I'd be using something like this. The curves are really tight. So when I come up to this saw, there's a couple things I want to check before I'm going to operate it. One is, I want to make sure that the blade is in the middle of the tire, right? So if it's not, there's a knob on the back here that locks it. If by turning this knob backwards is this way, forward this way, I can turn it. If I turn the knob, it's going to go backwards and then forwards. And it's normally set up fine. I mean, there's a little window, you can just double check it. The next thing I want to check is that there's enough tension on the blade. So it's kind of a subjective thing, but this feels like a good tension when there's a deflection. So what I'm testing here, up and down. So down. Is all right. Now, if you want to feel the blade now, just push the blade.
After you,
After you guys. You got it.
I got it.
No. Yeah. So that's really loose, right? So up is this direction. I wrote that because I always forget.
What should the deflection be? Like a quarter of an inch or?
Yeah, a quarter of an inch. That feels really fine. There's a lot of latitude for it, you know. Wiggle room. Okay. The next thing I want to check for is how these bearings are set up. Because I want the bearings as close as I can to the blade without touching. Because that helps. You can see there's a lot of movement to the blade. So by setting these things as close as I can, it's not going to turn as much, right? It's going to be more active. So the first thing I have to do, excuse me, this raises and lowers, but it's loose right now, right? So I have to tighten this knob in the back, and now it's stationary, it's not going to move. Now I can check the bearings. So the first one I want to check, this is for the housing, this one over here.
Pardon me?
This is for the housing. Move the whole housing forwards and backwards. I want to make sure that this front bearing is just behind the gullet. Okay? And then I'll lock that in place. The next thing I want to check is this thrust bearing. So the thrust bearing keeps the blade from going backwards when you cut. If you don't have the thrust bearing there, you just push the blade right off. And vice versa, if you pull your piece of wood out, you can pull the blade also along. So the thrust bearing is this knob over on this side. And I want to push that forward. There's like a little spring until it almost touches. So it's not going back.
Why isn't it in the center of the thrust bearing? Like right on the edge.
Yeah, that's a good question. I like that. That's a good question. I can manipulate this a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. And then lastly are the side ones. Just push that.